Dhyanam for a few minutes and then start the class. All of you sit straight and first do pranayama with deep exhalation. Who is coordinating the session today? I've switched on the live stream and recording. Hmm? Who is the Zoom admin today, please? Who is the admin? I'm not able to hear from the admin. What happened? Ken. You have to switch on the recording. Who is doing live? Ken. Can you?
Namaskaram, Guruji. I
uh,
got logged out.
okay. 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 So everything has to be monitored. That's why you got a lot of other, support staff. You have to organize properly. There should be some planning. Okay. First, deep exhalation, followed by deep inhalation, retain for as long as possible, and then do conscious exhalation. Relax your entire physical body and quieten the mind. At least do 4 times during this session and do more of this pranayama daily in the morning. It will bestow tremendous good physical health and mental calmness. So, through this process of conscious pranayama, one should quieten the mind. And when the mind is quietened and a fair amount of knowledge to study a Vedanta Shastras is obtained, one should do dhyanam on the supreme principle called Brahmadattvam. Upanishad mantra says, Sarvam khalvidam brahma tat jalaniti shanta upasita. Idam sarvam khalu brahma eva. Sarvam khalvidam brahma. And it's given a special name, Tat Jalan, from which the entire universe emerges, is sustained for a period of time, and then the entire universe dissolves. So not only our physical existence is for a brief period of time, the universe emerges, sustains, and dissolves. The whole cycle of Srishti, Sthiti, Layam happens because of Brahma Tattvam. So this Brahman is all pervading. Sarvam Khaluvidam. This everything around us is in reality Brahman. But to understand or appreciate or do dhyanam on this Sarva Vyapakatvam of Brahma Tattvam, Upanishad brings it the same principle, the pure conscious principle, very, very near to you. The same Brahman is the Atman, Atma Tattvam available within all the living beings, including you. And that is the fundamental substratum for all the cognitions that are happening. If I'm hearing, smelling, speaking, tasting, standing, listening, everything is happening because of Brahman. So the Upanishad mantra says, Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amrutam. Oh, bodham, bodham, pratibodham. In all the cognitions that are happening, you're totally, unaware. We are not even bothered about the fundamental principle because of which all the cognition is happening. One has to focus on the underlying principle of cognition. Bodham, bodham. Bodham means cognition. That's why it's saying two times. It means what? It should be extended to all the cognitive activities happening within us. Bodham, bodham, pratibodham. Pratibodha viditam matam. Understand that principle which is responsible for all the cognitive action is pure consciousness. Without consciousness, there is no difference between your physical body and a table, a chair, or any other inanimate matter principle. And so look at this wonderful construction of this human body. It is refined through many, many, many karmas. So mahata punya panyena, a lot of punyam has been invested to get this physical body, which is able to cognize due to the presence of consciousness. This human birth should be dedicated to understand the supreme principle. Pratibodha viditam matam. Then what happens? Amritatvam hi vindate. Understanding the supreme principle bestows immortality. So knowledge of supreme reality bestows immortality. That means what? Having been born again and again, so many janmas, going through so many sufferings, even in this janma, even in this life, how many challenges we face. It goes on and on. So unless you understand supreme truth, you cannot get a permanent solution. Amritatvam hi vindate, permanent peace, eternal bliss. So this Atmajnanam, Atmana vindate viryam. This Atmajnanam gives you special mental power, fortitude to face any challenges in this life. Vidyaya vindate amrutam. This knowledge bestows immortality to the person dedicated to this path, Jnana Margam, to understand the supreme reality. So how to understand the supreme reality? Bhagavan is giving a wonderful message. So the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let's study. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shajya Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Tadashivasamarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Tutismati Purananam Adayam Karunadayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakratam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham. All of you chant Yam Brahma Lodis, on cameras. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimyaistamaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopaniஷதைர் गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. Now the 6 shlokas. Om Shri Ganeshaయ नमः श्री सरस्वती नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम. श्री भगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. All of you have the 5 shlokas with respect to how to handle the vyavaharika satyam. Shri Bhagavanuvacha दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. So, what is the final solution? Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayah maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthatah. Om shanti shanti shanti. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता दशमोऽध्यायः विभूति योगः. ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् Andasyantasmi me lokaha saptadvipa cha medini. Om. Let's all chant sloka number 18, which we learned in the last class. Arjuna uvacha vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuyah kathaya truptirhi shrunvato nasti me mrutam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam. Hearty welcome to the next session on the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. What is it called as? Vibhūti Yoga. And we are in the most important portion where Bhagavan is going to start enumerating, explaining the divine attributes, divine manifestations of Ishvara Tattvam. So in all this, don't personalize this to only Lord Krishna. It is the nature, the true nature or the manifestations of the supreme principle, Ishvara Tattvam. So before beginning that, the last request from Arjuna, Vistarena Atmanaha Yogam Vibhutim cha Janardana. So two things Arjuna wanted. One, Yogam and Vibhutim. The morning explained, Saturday morning India. What is Yogam? What is Vibhuti? Yoga is the power behind the divine manifestation. So when you see some splendor, some glory, some unique aspect that is manifested, behind that there is a power. So that is Yogam. Vibhutim is the actual manifestation. So Arjuna says Vistarena. So tell me in detail. So without leaving anything, Atmanaha, that means what? Your own what? Power and manifestation. So Bhuyaha, again and again I want to keep on listening because I believe nothing else will give me peace of mind. So somewhere at the back of the mind, Arjuna is having this thought. So many problems. One, I have to fight this war with what? My Pitamaha, my grandfather, teacher, and all those. Other side, I have to run away. So better for some time, let me forget everything. Let me dwell on the glory of the Ishvara Tattvam. So he's asking, please keep on telling extensively because how much ever you say, I will not be satisfied. I am eager to listen, eager listening to all your words, which are like nectar, nectarian words. We have done Padavi Bhaga. Now let's do Anmaya. Anmaya is done, no? Meaning you have to do, right? The first word is He Janardana. He Janardana Kataya Bhuyaha Atmanaha Yogam Cha Vibhutim Vistarena. Underline the word Vistarena. He Asti Na Triptihi Me Shrunvataha Amritam. So there is a meaning. Now look at the individual meaning. Something that Acharya wants to point out. A few very, very nice, very interesting aspects in the Bhashyam I will read out today before we start the Shloka number 19. Hey Janardana. Hey Krishna. So at this place, Acharya Shankara explains the meaning of the word Janardana. Whoever has got Shankara Bhashyam, please open it. Because not everywhere, but some places, Acharya Shankara will explain the meaning of the divine names. See, we keep on saying, oh, Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Janardana. So what is Janardana? Look at it. So look at the Bhashyam for Shloka number 18. Vistarena iti. That means what? That's the way we always start a commentary. Vistarena Atmanaha Yogam Yogaishwarya Shakti Vishesham. Now you see Yoga Aishwaryam, Yoga Ishwaratvam. Yoga is power, Ishwaratvam is Lord. So the power to what? Manifest in multiple forms, multiple ways called Yoga Aishwarya Shakti. Shakti means the power, Vishesham. That in that there are, see, the entire manifestation of Bhagavan is the universe, but in that there are Vishesham, special aspects, that is called Vibhūti. Now write down the special aspects where you are able to cognize the great power. No, something very special is called Vibhūtim. Cha Vistaram. Dheya Padarthanam. He Janardana. That means what? Dheya Padarth. Dheya means what? Dhyanam, which is liable to do meditation, on which I can do dhyanam. So Arjuna's question is, please explain to me special manifestation. Because if you go on saying everything, then where will you focus? So point of focus. So dheya padarthanam, underline the word. That means what? Those objects which I can do dhyanam on. Hey Janardana. So what is the speciality of the name Janardana? Svatara Shankara uses his knowledge of what? Shastra, Sanskrit, and gives two meanings of the word Janardana. Write down. Today, if you're interested, write down the meaning of the word Janardana in English. So later you can understand in Sanskrit. So Janardana means Ardatehe Gati Karmanaha Rupam. So Ardate, Ard. There is a word called this is a root, verbal root. It is, the meaning is to send. So sending somebody is called Ardate. So what does Bhagavan do whenever people are doing wrong things? Janardana Ardatehe Gati Karmanaha Rupam Asuranam Deva Pratipaksha Bhutanam Jananam Narakadi Gamayatritvat Janardana. So one meaning, English I'll tell you. One meaning of the word Janardana from the root Ardate. Ard. What is that? Sending the evil forces. Evil forces doesn't mean only in the previous yugas. Not in Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, or no, Satya Yuga. Even in this Yuga. Anybody not following Dharma, who are opposed to Dharma, those people will be sent directly. Direct pass. Many of you try to get direct pass, no? And again, some people possess direct pass to some party, some event and all. They hold a direct pass. Here, Bhagavan gives direct pass to people who do all evil things, dharmic things, directly. So a person who directs directly the evil forces to Naraka, etc. That means what? How many types of Narakas are there? Lower worlds, you all should know by now, 7 lower worlds. What? Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, will send. So please understand, Bhagavan is an embodiment of compassion, benevolence, helping nature if you are following the right path. If you break the universal law, if you don't follow dharma, then Bhagavan is the first person to send you to the places where you will undergo difficulty. Now you understand. So it's not that you have to go to one place, that those places are all what? Are going to give you a lot more problems. Even now, if you are undergoing any problems, physically, mentally, anything, it's all because of the previous wrong things you have done. Sooner we realize, the best way is understand that I should come back to the path of Dharma, which is the governing law of the entire universe. More and more you align with Dharma. What is Dharmam is equal to what? Told many times. When you follow Dharma, you accumulate Punyam. When you get Punyam, you get Sukham. So what is this Dharmam we are saying? I've been saying it's very, very simple, not very complicated. Tune yourself to the divine, very easy way from morning to night. What I have told, you follow a simple timetable. I told you, simple timetable. So morning you get up, connect to divine, Karagre Sate Lakshmi. Okay. Then I give you all the set of slokas. Maybe tomorrow morning somebody can publish it, because some people said they miss it out. Please do it. Very simple. It's not simple. Is it difficult? I've taught you this Pratas Smarami Stotram. Night I will not chant. No, chant that in the morning. Matra Devo, Bhava, Pitra, all. No, connect. Very simple things to do. You start practicing, then only you will see the result. No, without even practicing, how will you see the result? So start tuning, start practicing. I also taught a wonderful sloka of Kalidasa, how to get what? All the Ratnani Chaturdasham. 14 different types of wealth. Every day you just, because that at least you will know what, right? So every day morning, you remember that, do that. Then after that, take bath, do your what I told you, Sandhya worship. That means what? For everybody. For the Sri Mata, the people, you chant Gayatri Mantra, Artha Shlokam, do pranayama, I told you for that. Then for Sandhya Vandanam, people do Sandhya Vandanam, then do some chanting, prayers. All 15 minutes you do. Evening again, afternoon, maybe you're all stuck in the office or doing other things. Evening in 15-20 minutes. Just connect. This kind of what? Disconnecting from the world, write down, disconnecting from the world and connecting with the divine. That is punyam, that is dharma first. Clear? And I told you, Vedas talk about dharma in 3 ways. What are they? Karma, guna, and bhavana. So this guna or values is common for all religions, all people, all countries, all for across everybody. But 2 things are the unique what? Aspects of Vedic dharma. That is karma and bhavana. Karma means what? Set of Vedic activities you perform. Right? Other religions, they can go to church or whatever other place of worship. They'll have some water. You just go and wash your hand or something. It's fine. Here, our karma is to take bath. Again, even during taking bath, there is all mantras for that. So everything is sanctified. So all actions, right, from eating to bath, everything connect. For that, you have to start. If you've not been following from childhood, the challenge. What is the real challenge? If you've not been taught in childhood, starting very late is difficult, right? Is that the problem? No, you should say in the class. Otherwise, when are you going to reform, right? So better late than never. We will at least go through all the things that you need to chant in different aspects so that you start aligning. So that is dharma. If you follow dharma, Janardana will do something. No, other aspect of the word Janardana, another meaning Acharya is giving. So one is, what is the first meaning Acharya is saying? Narakadinam, sending adharmic people to difficult places. Okay, all the hell and everything, Narakan, etc. So another meaning, Abhyudaya Nishreyasa Purushartha Prayojanam Sarvaihi Janaihi Yachyate iti va. So another meaning is, people pray, right? You all put application to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, solve my problem, improve my salary, give me more money, more comfort, more car, more wealth, more happiness. Application you put, no? So that Supreme Principle receives the application for what? Abhyudaya means what? For progress, prosperity. Nishreyasa. Some people want the higher happiness, that is moksham. Those applications Janardana receives and gives the results to them, also blesses them. So Janardana. So now when you chant the word Janardana, understand, he does both. What? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkatam. That is Janardana. So very interesting aspect. Bhuyaha purvam muktamapi kathayaha. So Acharya is saying Arjuna has already told, without exception, you please explain everything. Triptihi. So till he says, how much ever you say, I'm not going to be satisfied. So explain to me in detail. So that is an interesting aspect of the word Janardana. Where is Janardana in sloka number 18? In all these meals, don't forget, where is Janardana? Huh? There or not? First line, the last word. Somebody saying last word of the first line. Okay, good. Now, hey Janardana, Kathaya. Kathaya means what? Tell me. Oh, in what? In Kannada, Kathe heli. They'll say, no? In Tamil, Katha solungo. So when you want to listen to something, Please tell, you're interested. So here also Arjuna wants to listen to different kind of story. Kathaya. Tell me what? Bhuyaha. Again. About what? Atmanaha Yogam. About your power. So Bhagavan has explained in a very subtle form earlier. What has he told? I'm unknowable by anybody. Nobody can explain about me. Everybody was born after all that. Go back. All he is told, but that is not somehow Arjuna is able to understand. So say again you explain about your power. Yogam is equal to power. Cha Vibhūtim and manifestation. How he wants Vistarena. Vistarena means what? In detail. Don't do shortcut. I want in detail. Why? Because as we know, if you like something, you want to go on eating, even whether it's eating, listening, seeing, smelling. If you like something, you want to what? Go on doing that. So here, Arjuna is saying, I'm very, very interested. I'm liking what you're going to say, what you're saying. So, asti na triptihi. There is no satisfaction. Me, for me. Srinvataha. All karma prayogam. Who I'm listening. What? Amritam, to the nectarian words of yours. Clear? So, Arjuna is all set. Means what? Arjuna has fastened the seat belt and ready to listen. You should also now get ready. Tune yourself to this portion of the 10th chapter. I told in the morning. If you learn this properly, you can chant at least first once a week. Later, you can chant every day. So nice. Very easy. Gives lot of divine connection with Bhagavan's manifestations. Now, so Bhagavan is beginning sloka number 19. Shri Bhagavan Hantate kathayishyami Divyāhyātma vibhūtayaha pradhānyatah kuru sreshtha nāstyanto vistarasya me.
Shri Bhagavan Hantate kathayishyami Divyāhyātma vibhūtayaha pradhānyatah kuru shreshta nāstyanto vistarasya me.
Very good. All first together now. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Now Bhagavan Vacha has come after a lot of Arjuna Vacha. Bhagavan has started. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Hantate Kathayishyami Divyāhyātma Vibhūtayaha Pradhānyatah Kuru Sreshtha Nāstyanto Vistarasya me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, Bhagavan has heard enough from Arjuna, and so he has decided to explain his wonderful glories, manifestations. And while starting this itself, he wants to encourage Arjuna. He says, he didn't say Arjuna here. How does he address Arjuna here? Anybody? Underline the word. Kuru Sreshtha. So, Bhagavan is telling, while you are asking me about my special manifestations, divine manifestations, glorious powers, you are no less a person. You are also one of the greatest persons of the Kuru Vamsham. Now you see how Bhagavan is complimenting Arjuna. Now you can see the word. Very rarely you will Kuru Shrestha. Now do a word check. Nowadays you can use Google and all and check out where all Bhagavan has told Kuru Shrestha. Very rarely here is saying Kuru Shrestha. So you ask for me Shrestha Vibhūtayaha. I am now going to call you Kuru Shrestha. Hey Arjuna. Now I will tell you. Well, he says. So Hanta. Hanta is a word which will make you alert. So, well, suppose somebody is now beginning something, instead of straight away jumping and starting the conversation, what do you say? Listen to me. Well, they say no, like that. Bhagavan also is saying, be alert. Okay. So, we say in Kannada, Churka Veko, become alert, right? That means what? This portion you have to be very, don't go to sleep. It's very interesting also. Hanta. So what? Well, hey Arjuna, I am going to begin what? To tell you my divine glories. But there is one but. Means what? One catch. You asked for all the divine glories extensively in every way possible. I can focus only on the main divine glories of mine. That means what? The most important aspects of my manifestation, I will definitely explain. Arjuna scratching the head. Why Bhagavan is not started limiting? Bhagavan is saying here, there is no limit to my manifestations. If I keep on saying this, then even for hundreds of years, I can keep on saying my divine manifest. There is no end. Bhagavan is called as what? Anantaha. Correct? It's the word for Bhagavan called Ananta or not? Achyutaya Namaha. After that, what you say? Anantaya Namaha. Govindaya Namaha. All forgotten. Sharpen the saw, right? So Anantaya Namaha. Anantaya means to that person. So to that Supreme is called Ananta, means what? There is no end. Endless principle is called. So there is no end to the Supreme. So there is no end to the manifestation Supreme. So I will definitely tell you, but only the most important manifestation. So we are also saved. Otherwise, people are thinking, how long will I keep on studying only the manifestation? All of us want to do something for some time, then go to do something else. Correct? Suppose they sit down and chant for 5 hours, 6 hours. Give me short form. That's why even our sages have not even wonderful thing. If you're not able to chant the Vishnu Sahasranamam fully, what you do? Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. So the meaning of the sloka is that Sahasranama Tat Tulyam. No, get on one. It is equivalent, Tulyam equivalent to chanting the 1,000 names. Vishnu Sahasranamam. If you chant what? Sri Rama Rama Rameti. So like that shortcut. Bhagavan also knows. As I told you, when people get excited, they'll say, keep on saying, they'll keep on listening. But Bhagavan is what? Jagat Guru. He knows students very well. He knows that Arjuna will lose patience. And also because the manifestations are innumerable, important aspects of manifestations is going to point out. Let's look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya Shloka number 19. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Hanta Kurusreshta Hanta Te Kathayishyami Divya Hi Atma Vibhūtayaha Pradhanyataha Kurusreshta Na Asti Antaha Vistarasya Me. Clear? Very good. Now we are also alert. Churka Gita. You say no? Bhagavan has already told you to be alert. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Not for counting. Atakuntu Leka Kela. Say no? So Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now count. Hanta. He Kurusreshta. Kathayishyami. Te. Pradhanyataha. Divyaha. Atma Vibhūtayaha. Hi asti na antaha me vistarasya. How many? There are 13 padas. Write down. 13 padas. Now, look at the meaning. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. We all know. Bhagavan now started to reply. How does he begin? Hanta. Well. Be alert. Now, I'm going to talk so well. Pay attention. Kurusreshta, hey Arjuna. What is Kuru Sreshta mean? What? Kurunam Sreshtaha. That means what? Among the entire Kuru Vamsham. So we all thought, no, there is Pandavas and Kauravas. But both belong to which Vamsham? Both belong to Kuru Vamsham. But fortunately, only Kauravas got the name Kauravas. Kaurava means what? Those of the Kuru lineage are called Kauravas. So even Arjuna is also a Kaurava, but he didn't want to call him Kaurava. Because Kaurava means we always think that person associated with a Duryodhana, etc. Kuru Sreshta. So Bhagavan, she learned a lot of things from Bhagavan, how to communicate. Hey Kuru Sreshta. Kathayishyami te. Kathayishyami. So now I will tell. I will explain. I shall explain. Te. Te means what? To you. Okay. Te. Pradhanyataha. So those important. Those mean what? Divyaha Atma Vibhūtayaha. Now Bhagavan is emphasizing one important thing. This Vibhūti, Vibhūto, Vibhūtayaha. Bhuvachana. Vibhūtayaha. Atma Vibhūtayaha. Vibhūtayaha means glory. What is the point of only about the word glory? What is Atma Vibhūtayaha? My glories. Are you understanding? Bhagavan is saying they're all my glories. And it is not something that you can just manufacture, re-engineer, or inner engineer. Divya. It is divine. Acharya's Bhasham is very good for this also. Means what? You cannot take something and reconstruct and again. Deconstruct. It is divine, bestowed with divinity. It is divine. Very important word. Divya, Atma Vibhūtayaha, divine glories of mine. So, now the word Pradhanyataha means what? Only the main important ones. Bhagavan is saying, why only the main I will talk? Because Astina Antaha, there is no limit. There is no end. I just now told a word for Bhagavan. What is the word to be understood here? Let me see if you are paying attention. What is the word I used? Anantaha. Very good. Excellent. I am very happy you are all paying attention. Okay. Na antaha iti anantaha. So, astina antaha. There is no limit to what me vistarasya. To vistarasya. Bracket vibhutaya. Right. To my not detail or the extensive manifestations. There is no limit. It is endless. So, Bhagavan is saying it is endless. Now look at the word Acharya is Divyaha, Divibhavaha, Atma Vibhūtayaha, Atmanaha Mama Vibhūtayaha Taha Kathayishyami. So one important sentence Acharya Shankara says, Asheshatastu Varshashatenapi na Shakya Bhaktum. Acharya's special contribution. Even for 100 years, if I keep on explaining, it will not end. That means what? If Bhagavan had decided to explain about all his manifestations, what would happen? Mahabharata war already stopped for some brief period of time. It has been stopped for 100 years. And also we have to chant for 100 years. Remember, if Bhagavan has told all his manifestations, your Vibhūti Yoga will be what? Equal to like what? Mahapurana. So it's not only very short. So great opportunity, learn all the shlokas and chant. So Bhagavan is giving the essence. What you say? The greatest essence. So pradhanyataha. So yataha nasti antaha. Again Acharya is saying vistarasya mema vibhūtinam. What? Ityarthaha. So pradhanyataha means what? Because there is no limit to my manifestations. So far it's clear. Bhagavan has set the goal. Let's see how Bhagavan explains. Sloka number 20. Sri Bhagavanu vacha ahamatma gudhakesha sarva bhutashaya sthitaha ahamadishcha madhyancha bhutanam anta eva cha.
Ahamatma gudakesh सर्वभूताशयस्थितः अहमादिश्च मध्यं च भूतानामन्त एव च.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayasthitaha Ahamadischa Madhyancha Bhutanam Anta Eva cha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So in the first shloka itself, Bhagavan summarizes his entire glory. It's a very important shloka, difficult to understand, so pay attention. So Bhagavan says, my greatest glory, my greatest manifestation is my higher reality, which is manifested in all the individuals. So what is Ishvara Tattvam is equal to? Go back. Ishvara Tattvam is equal to Para Prakriti plus Apara Prakriti, Brahman plus Maya, Shuddha Chaitanyam plus what? Jadam, that is matter principle, Maya. Clear? So the pure consciousness aspect is the higher reality. What are the seemingly three different aspects of the higher reality? Satyam, Jnanam, and Anandam. Sat, Chit, Anandam. Write down. The manifestation of the higher reality that is there in the entire universe available to you is of what? Three aspects. All are one of the same, but for us to understand these three, what are they? Sat, Chit, and Anandam. That means what? Sat is existence. Chit is consciousness principle. Sat is absolute existence. See, when you say something exists, this exists, I say, right? With that, matter is added. You have to remove the matter. Existence alone remains. That is the pure existence. That is the greatest manifestation of Supreme Sat. Chit, pure conscious. We keep on doing dhyanam, right? On the conscious principle, because of which all the things are pratibodh, matam, all those things, right? So pure consciousness and pure bliss. Anando Brahmeti Vyajanat. Anandam is Brahman. So write down two Vedic statements. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So Brahman is equal to Anantam Satyam Anantam Jnanam. Ananda is also Brahman. Anando Brahmeti Vyajana. Two Vedic statements, two Upanishad mantras talk about the higher reality. And so Bhagavan says, my greatest manifestation, because that's the manifestation of Supreme. And where is this? Pure consciousness. It is the self, Atma of all beings. So is it there in you or not? Now you should say, now doubtful, huh? I'm not sure whether Atma is there in me. Huh? It means what? One who questions whether Atman is there in you or not is questioning your very existence. Can you say, I am not sure I am existing? Will anybody say, sir, I am doubtful, sir. I am not sure whether I am existing or not. Yes, will you say that? So, as much as you can never deny your existence, and how can you say you are existing? Next question. Vedanta slightly, that's why it will be alert. How can you say you are existing? Anybody can answer? NRS, tell me. How do I say I am existing? Simple, no? I am conscious of my existence. Simple. Because I am conscious of my existence, I am saying I am existing. Correct? That means what? Existence is connected to consciousness. Satu and Chitta are not different. Because you exist, you cognize. Because you cognize, you exist. Abba. Head started reeling now. Now giddy, getting giddiness. Correct? So anyway, Bhagavan is saying my greatest manifestation is the pure consciousness. I am present as, I manifest as the self, the Atma, the pure consciousness principle present in all beings. And where does this consciousness manifest to begin with? It manifests in the mind. Please understand. Very good, Anas. The consciousness manifests in the mind. So when you are asleep, when you wake up, what is the first thing that works? The mind works. When the mind starts working, then you say, oh, I exist. Then what you say? I'm here. This room, this place, same four walls. You start saying everything, no? So that aspect, what is the fundamental, what? Principle behind all these things? Consciousness, which manifests in the mind. So Bhagavan said, this is my greatest manifestation. People are not able to understand. Right? I keep on almost now 2 years. Nah, I've been saying almost all the classes. Recognize the consciousness principle that is reflecting in the mind. Right from the time you wake up till you go to sleep, because of which all actions are possible, all cognitions, all your actions, whether organs of action, organs of what? Knowledge, karmendriya, jnanendriya, all work because of this pure consciousness. Somehow, sir, I'm not able to understand. So, if you're not able to understand the supreme principle, the greatest manifestation, Bhagavan says, let me now come one level down. I talked about two types of Brahman or not. What are they? Nirguna Brahman and Saguna Brahman. Abba. So, Nirguna Brahman is equal to Sat Chit Anandam. Ashtabdam Asparsham Arupam Avyayam. Clear? When you come to Saguna Brahman, same Brahman with qualities. Same Brahman with what? Something that you can cognize. Bhagavan says, I am the beginning, the middle, as well as the end of all the beings. That means what? I am the creator, sustainer, and finally, all beings dissolve in me. So, this is what? The matter aspect, the other aspect which we can understand if we can focus on that. So, both the things, higher and lower manifestation, Bhagavan explained in sloka number 20, write down. So, that's how you begin. You give the entire summary in the first or in the beginning, then you go into all the details. So, Bhagavan has given a wonderful introduction. So, what are they? Write down two things. First is Nirguna Brahman as Atma in all the beings. So, when you say that I exist, the moment you say I exist, the moment you recognize your existence, you should be able to connect to the supreme principle present in you. Are we able to do it? Yes or no? No. Very difficult, right? Yes. No. Easy or difficult? Some people are also doubtful. Is it true that Supreme is present in me? Yes or no? They're all doubtful. Even if after even Bhagavan is saying, they don't trust. Huh? So now at least start trusting. There is supreme divine principle within all living beings. And for the human beings who got the right traditional teaching, knowledge, recognize that pure consciousness in you is Sakshat Param Brahma Tattvam. Bhagavan himself is saying, I am the self residing in where to see. Suppose I say, what? This person is resident in that house. If you want to verify residence, what will you do? Suppose I say, Mr. A is residing in the house. What do you want to do? You should go and check, right? Knock the door and see whether the person is residing in the house, right? Similarly, Bhagavan is saying that he is resident within me. You checkpoint, right? How to check whether Bhagavan is residing in me? Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card is in card. Physically, person present. Aadhaar card will remain even though the person is dead. Please understand. Aadhaar card is not proof of the person's existence. You should go and verify physically present is there. Similarly, Bhagavan is giving proof. I am present what? As the cognitive principle in the minds of all the individuals. Or is saying, one thing is saying that I reside in the individual. Second is the proof. What is the proof? How am I able to cognize? Just think for a moment. How can I cognize all the different what? Sense objects, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham. How is this functioning? I have to give you another example which you may not like. What is the difference between the same physical body which is active, alive, doing everything, and a dead body? Externally, both are same or not? Tell me, suppose somebody is sleeping. There are two bodies sleeping. Okay. Both from distance appear similar. But when you go near, somebody is breathing and you touch the person, it will react, and the person may get up also. Now, if he's not sound asleep, not Kumbhakarna, then the person will get up, correct? Other person, understand. There is something supreme consciousness that is resident within the individual as long as a person's life is there. So understand, if this life principle, because of consciousness that is present, leaves the body, then what happens? This physical body is as good as any wood. This is only how heavy is this consciousness principle? Is what? Equivalent to your weight. Each one, somebody is weighing 30 kg, somebody 60 kg, somebody 100 kgs. How heavy is it? What is the color? What is the shape? What is the sound? What is the smell of this? Please tell me. Is it taste differently for an American, for an Indian, for a Japanese, for a Russian? Is it different color? Everybody is conscious. Think. This Vedanta Gita is for you to think. So the supreme principle is present in all of us. What is the checkpoint? The moment the mind starts working, is able to cognize everything. I'm here. Now, many of you have dreams or not? You get dream or not? Or nobody gets dreams? The dream, where are you? Ken? Sometimes in Rajasthan, sometimes in India, sometimes in Niagara Falls. Suddenly you wake up, where are you? I'm in the same place. Correct? Like that. How it happens? Cognize. Correct? Moment your mind starts working, cognition starts working. So Bhagavan says, if you doubt that I'm present or not, look at your own mind. Here Bhagavan says heart. In Vedanta, heart means what I told you? Heart means the mind. Please understand. Yo vedanihi tanguhayam paramepyo man. In fact, see this ahamatma gudakesha sarvabhuta shayasthitaha is a replica of the Upanishad mantras. What? Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman. Vyoman means space. So the cavity of the heart, the space in the heart, here the heart means the mind. So since all of you cannot chant Upanishad mantras, Bhagavan has chanted Upanishad mantras in Gita shloka. Clear? Ahamatma gudakesha. So if you're not able to cognize, understand, Bhagavan says, know me as the principle behind the beginning, the sustenance or existence and dissolution of every individual as well as the entire universe. So it's more easy to understand, right? Do you see people being born or not? Some babies are born someday. You see people exist, you are seeing. Also see many people pass away. Even then we think we are permanent. So when you observe that, the beginning, the existence, middle and the end of all beings. So very important shloka. Look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya. We'll finish today. Okay. Ahamatma Gudakesha. Hey Gudakesha. So every shloka is encouraging. Arjuna. Here also Gudakesha Acharya has given meaning in this particular shloka. Gudakesha. Sarvabhuta Shayasthitaha is one word. So for the Vyutpati, we'll go to the Bhashyam. Aham Adihi cha Madhyam cha Bhutanam Anta Eva cha. Clear? Now look at the Anmaya. Hey Gudakesha. Good. Aham Atma. So Aham Atma. Sarvabhutashaya sthitaha. Very simple, no? Gudakesha is the first line. Aham Atma also first line. Sarva Bhutashaya Sthitaha. The last word in the first line. Clear? Then Aham Adihi Cha Madhyam Cha. Then what? Eva Cha Antaha. Only small change. Eva Cha Antaha. Of whom? Bhutanam. Clear? Huh? So very easy. So follow this method of learning. Really one of the greatest blessing of our Paramaguru Shri 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 Satchidanandin Saraswati Swamiji. This method of study very rarely you will get. Nowhere in the world. Only one place. This Holy Narasimha School of Teaching. So you are all blessed with this. Now look at the individual meaning. Gudakesha. Hey Arjuna. So Bhagavan calls Arjuna here Gudakesha. Two reasons. Two meanings Acharya is giving. So, why did Bhagavan use the word Gudakesha here? Earlier given the meaning of the word Gudakesha. Gudaka means Nidra. Write down. Gudaka means sleeping always. So, Gudaka Nidra. Tasyaha Ishaha. Gudakeshaha. Gudakeshaha. Gudaka plus Ishaha. Gudakeshaha. What Sandhi it is? Guna Sandhi. Right down. So much of Sanskrit to learn. Gudaka Isha. So the Lord of sleep doesn't mean he's always sleeping. One was won over sleep. One has conquered sleep. We say, I'm the Lord of sleep. That means what? That means not I'm going to go on sleeping like Kumbhakarna. Lord of sleep means one has won over sleep. So it seems that Arjuna can be awake for days together without sleeping, a special power. So it's called what? Gudakeshaha. That means what? Why is that quality is being called for here by Bhagavan? Should listen to the Vibhūti Yoga without sleeping. Understand? You should also conquer your sleep and understand Vibhūti Yoga and then chant also without sleeping. That is important. That's why Gudakesha. Another word, another meaning. Person, both Arjuna as well as Krishna had a lot of hair. Have you seen? Have you seen photographs? People have painted, no? That Bhagavan Krishna have only small hairs? Lot of hair, right? Whereas Vamana Avatara, does Vamana have lot of hair? Have you seen Vamana Avatara picture? Small boy? Has he got a lot of hair? Yes or no? So here, Gudakesha means other meaning. Dhanakeshaha. Ghanakeshaha. Ghanam means what? Very heavy. That means lot of hairs. That is why one of the word for Lord Krishna is what? Keshava. We've been chanting the word Keshava, Keshava for so many years. You know why Bhagavan is called Keshava? Keshavaha means what? Heavy, dense, like what? Thick. Lot of hair. That means that some people have a lot of hair, but it's not dense. So Keshava. So you say next time Keshava, I understand why you are saying. It means what? Dense hair. Ghana Keshaha itiva. Then Sarva Bhuta Shayasthitaha. So Gudakesha meaning two meanings. Clear? Then Aham Atma. Important. I am the self. Hey Gudakesha. I am the self. I am the pure conscious principle. Write down Atma Tattvam. Study enough. And where is this Atma Tattvam to be recognized? Sarva Bhuta Shayasthitaha. So write down the Vyutpatti, detailed meaning of the word Sarva Bhuta Shayasthitaha. Sarvesham Bhutanam Ashaye Antarhridaye. Antarhridi. Sthitaha. That means what? Simply break down. Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Sthitaha. Clear? Sarva means what? In all. Sarva Bhuta means what? In all beings. Ashayaha means what? Antarhridi Sthitaha. Ashaya means what? Present in the heart. Heart here means what? In Vedanta, I told you, heart means what? Mind. Remember that. So, the way to recognize consciousness is mind. The way to recognize prana shakti as per your what medical profession, Dr. Rangarajan. First thing what you check if the person is alive or not, what do you do? Check the heartbeat, correct? So medical science talks about presence of prana shakti or heart functioning. Vedanta talks about the functioning of the mind. So now you see heart and mind are connected. Latest research shows, I read the latest MIT journal, so I know that, says that the heart and mind are connected. You're really just going to study more. Huh? They both are very connected. Even medical professionals say that the heart is sending a lot of signals to brain, brain sending signals to heart. So both are connected. Here you take that. Here the heart means the mind. So residing in the what? Mind of all the beings. That means what? To recognize a supreme consciousness, you have to look at your functioning of mind. This is the first part. So write down. Hey Gudakesha, Aham Atma Sarva Bhutashaya Sthitaha. First part. And what is this? Higher reality, low reality, Paraprakriti or Aparaprakriti, Brahma Tattvam or Maya Tattvam. It is the Paraprakriti, Brahma Tattvam, higher reality. Sir, very difficult, sir, as usual. Even before starting, we give up. So Bhagavan says, don't worry. If you're not able to understand that, now know me as what? Aham Adihi cha. I am the beginning. Yettova imani bhutani jayante. So, from which everything emerges, everything begins. Aham adihi cha. And what? Madhyam cha. Ye najata nijivanti. In which everything is sustained, the middle. Right? Beginning and end. What is there in between is the middle, right? So, I am the beginning, I am the middle, and evacha antaha, as well as the end. That means what? You know me as that principle from which the entire universe, including all the beings, emerge, are sustained, and they finally get dissolved. Bhutanam, of all beings. So Bhagavan doesn't want to complicate. We're talking about the universe. Says about yourself. You yourself are being. That means what? The supreme principle is responsible for my being emerging, sustaining, and dissolving. And that's one word I told in that first mantra we chant during Dhyanam. What is that? Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Anybody remembers? Forgotten. Tajjalan. So that's what Bhagavan is saying. Understand me as that principle from which everything emerges, sustains, and dissolves. So very nice sloka. Let us chant this sloka once and we'll end the class. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Sthitaha Ahamadishcha Madhyamcha Bhutanamanta Eva Cha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsat. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta San Mangalani Bhuntyata. Will continue in 12 hours. Who has not downloaded the ebook, please download it. Be useful for reference. Narayana Narayana.